Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 208th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. I'll tell you that the market across the globe are in a downtrend. When I mean downtrend, the sentiment this morning has turned weak compared to what we saw the previous week. Despite some positive numbers and economic data that came from this environment, I'll tell you most of the market are quiet this morning due to what? Due to investors trying to position their portfolio and also look at the trend after the Fed meeting last week, where the chairman of Fed mentioned disinflation more than 15 times during the discussion. These are what investors are looking at to interpret what the impact will be, and at the same time, as we're also looking at what is happening in Ukraine and Russia, these are the factors that will drive the sentiment that we expect. But the good thing is that most of the companies that release their result, their numbers are also looking good, despite a relatively calm in this market this morning. But I believe this is the first trading day of the week, and we that before the today's finish, we will see how it's going to work, turn around the market. But I will tell you the impressive earnings and also economic data as they were also influencing the market positive. That means we don't need to panic for those no trading in this matured market. The good thing is that also in that environment, you see, not like here, those ones they know how to also plan their trade and also how to respond to what to this data that come or sentiment or statements that come from different angle and or results that come or data release. I believe that as they're looking at this, I mean that interpreting them, digesting these numbers or this data, that also change the shape of what the market and now that also aid the market participants know on what to do. But I believe that all eyes are on this market because the outcome of the Fed meeting was expected, and that also have a factor in, and that also happened in EU. That is, when I talk about European zone, where the central bank, European Central Bank also met, and also they took the same decision, and that of also Bank of England. These are the things that is shaping this market around there as we speak now. But I believe that the labor data that came with the job report that came, all are also factors that are, I believe, will shape what the market and also the currencies of this this domain, and that also have a role for impacting on their activities in that different market or financial state of those environment. But the good thing is that the oil price also closed last week a bit down again. But this one, as we speak, it has rebound to to come above $80 before it has gone below as a result of expectation coming from the OPEC and all those knowing what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. These are the things driving this oil price. But the good thing is that the positive sentiment that also come and report that came from China also supported the oil price as we speak now. This Monday morning, we're seeing the oil price crossing back the $80. I remember in this class, I told you that if oil can remain below $90, that also help the global economy to manage what inflation. That means once we've seen this bit kind of slowdown in inflation, that was that we might see general kind of easing of this tightening we have seen across the central banks of the world. If that is sustained, that would be a good thing for the market. But I believe that as far as we're seeing this improvement in China activities, economic activities, and also we're seeing U.S. Fed reducing rate and inflation coming down, the fear of the recession globally is also coming down gradually. But we know that there are some domains that will still be hit with recession. But with activities coming up now, we see Germany positive economic data and all, and China economic activity recovering. I know that Eurozone also export to China and import from China. This also would change for me, it would change activities for the fear of recession will gradually come down. But the good thing that this geopolitical tension is always thing that I believe that will also rattle the economy or also shape it. But if the world leaders are really serious about reconciling the two countries, I think they also move in. Apart from the weapon we're seeing, there's another way where they can also go forward for peace. If that comes to help all this natural gas price and all those things, just everything normalize, and that will also bring peace to to the global economy. Don't forget that if not a trade war, you see the tension, all different things coming here and there. But I believe that you as an investor in any market situation, there's what opportunity for you to make money. That's why you must look at your chart, look at your what the fundamentals, within the company, the economy, and the sector where you are looking at to see. But you must look at what is happening in the company, because that psychology, that perception, sentiment, for each stock or industry or sector has the way of playing out in the market. That's why you need to understand this psychology. As to speak, US market, like I said earlier, they are all weak. US market, I'll tell you, the three major indices are down. Dow Jones is down, S&P and the Nasdaq, and Fudo also they are in red as we speak. But the same thing also is happening in the eurozone. Eurozone, I tell you, open this morning lower or as what as a investor trying to balance digest the outcome of the MPC meeting, Fed meeting, and also that of ECB, that of to digest, and also the political tension. Also, all these are the things that also kind of keeping the investors a bit in a dark corner. That's why the economic outlook looking healthy rebound, and also the rebound in the German industry or factory activities. But I believe that these are the things that will guide. But if you look at the Asia market remain mixed as usual. But I can see that most of them are green. But Africa also is in mid. Why NGSA in Nigeria is also in green as we speak this hour. It's a good thing for the market. For me, this is what is expected at this time, especially as we are entering the earning season. Down here in Nigeria, we are at the peak of earning season. And you remember, I always tell you that there is a factor that comes with earning season. Those that have access to invest with earning season video in this class or most of that, I think they enjoy what is happening. I told you that during the earning season, there are three basic things that that comes with that earning season. One, improved liquidity. One, positive sentiment or increased sentiment, and also increase buying and selling activities. And when there's liquidity, and when there is sentiment, and also when there's a volume, you see that these are the things that will support the market. And why would you expect all this? Because at that season, there will be that what we call portfolio shuffling, reaction to numbers, reaction to what expectation. These are the things that make any season different from any other season of the market. For years, we take that about when it comes to any season, there's something that comes with it. I would have said, this is a momentum, liquidity, no expectation, expectation. At this time, disappointment all come with the earnings reward. If you know how to play, that is why that video is very, very important. Which also we have discussed in one of the Q&A session even this year. Those videos, you need to have them, also have access to those videos. It will guide you and also give you insight what to do at the right time. At this time the market is doing this, you will be panicking, you know what to do, and exactly how to be taking, move from one stock to the other, because you understand how to use your value area in that video which I discussed. Yes, before we go into looking at the live market, I will tell you that the result that hit the market so far, these numbers are very, very impressive, I will tell you. But one thing that is very, very important that you as a player in the market need to understand these numbers that are impressive. Out of the numbers that hit the market so far, from the unaudited account, I'll tell you that among all the companies, the numbers of those companies that are outstanding in terms of performance, and these companies is expected to influence the price of those stocks positively or negatively. But I believe that once the company performance is positive and that reflects in their payout or corporate action, it wants to impact the company positively, unless there's a perception or there's no liquidity in the market. But as far as we're seeing liquidity at this level, I believe that this company, when they start releasing their corporate action, it was to start reflecting on their price. And that is why you as a player or investor in this market should also understand how to play it effectively so that you can stay above the market. The good is that among all the numbers released so far, 39 companies have posted impressive earnings. And those that are in the live class, I think I mentioned those 39 companies that did well or perform above expectation. If such companies are really, I will mention few that time can take us now so that you got to have it at the back of your mind. But the good thing is that as knowing this number that I've read, mark that this company result will not come until 31st of 31st of March. That's why they release unaudited account. Where our focus now is also for those that are yet to read result that we expect that will comply with the 60 days guideline for releasing results, for submission result, and that will come between now and the first day of March. You need to understand those companies, and once you get it, and you know how to take a position with this company. Now that we have seen this number, I'll give you an insight. Those that are really unaudited, what to do ahead of what their corporate action and ahead of their what audited result. But those are going to release audited and corporate action immediately that we call early filers that I was expecting to come from next week or early this week, but I believe that most of them will start coming from next week, and that next week is what closer to the election. What we'll be doing at that particular time, you need to understand how to do this so that you can make effective decision at any given time. Because at the any season, sentiment are about to change for good or for bad, but you need to understand what is happening. Then for those companies that really outperform the market are ICO. No, ICO is the related for market insurance, that his bank, no, Presco, MTN, we have seen that Konoe, Me and Baker, NACO, no CAP, Fixing, GSK, no Stambic IBTC, Fidelities, FBN, FCMB, Holding, you can also see Sterling Bank there. No, these are the companies. There are many. No UPDC and for the third quarter, you can see also Northern Nigeria Flower May and others. Airtel results. These are numbers that are also good. Entana, Women Bank, Komu. There are many. These are the numbers, but I told you earlier there are 39. Among the numbers that hit the market, these 39 are outstanding in terms of performance. You need to also consider and look at what can do with those figures. But the good thing is that as we speak, with this number that hit, about 21 stock are given a buy signal. Why more than also 22 stock or 23 stock are given a sell signal? You need to understand this stock that you know where to be, and that's why for those that yet to subscribe to the bumper pack, you need to do. For those that already attended the Q&A during the weekend, stock have been given. We mentioned them, and at the same time, we have stock have been posted on your login, so you can go there. But for those that are not there, it's about 21 stocks are given a buy signal, and you need to bring those stocks. And those stocks that are given sell signal, despite yes, we have seen that Q3 number, we have seen that yes, most of these companies might not be able to post good results, even when they post results, because their price has gone to a level that even when results come, it might not impact them again. These are those who are having a sell signal. You need to understand. That's why you need to be part of that class. If you are not subscribed, I think it's not too late. I think it's between now and end of first quarter. You still have opportunity to take advantage of the 50,000 naira for subscription. If not, it's going back to 70, which is what the original subscription for a year. For those that are given for this bumper pack, just like the discount that you take advantage of it, you can see that what is combined is in. And this month we're expecting another guest to come and teach us how to take advantage of this market again. How you can explain it, but despite the election around the corner, despite the some missed macroeconomic data we're seeing, because if you look at the purchase manager that came for the month of January, but so that there's already a decline in that from 54.6 to 53.4. I see that there's a decline in activities, and that's January. Also, it is not new. We know that January most years is always like that. But tell you that what this missed economic data is what we want to also take advantage of them, as also elections around the corner. How can you play around this data and not make informed decision? You need to also understand all this so that at the end of the day, you'll be in a better position to take decisions that also impact your portfolio positively. And that's why all these other avenues are open so that you can share knowledge and you can also ask questions and also act immediately, because that's that even attending master class, attending the class without taking action, it's just like the person that's not also in that meeting. You need to take action, help you to go back and look at your portfolio. And this class will also help you also to boost your confidence in trading. That's why I will try to encourage you to be part of the class. But for the master class, anytime someone try and be there, because I will tell you as from next week, those that attended the master class for this January, I will tell you most of their stocks are hit the target. As from middle of this week, start releasing the participants stock to start selling. That they do for less than how many months. January, head in January 1st or 2nd, if I remember. I see that how many they make good money. You need to also take advantage of any master class that is coming ahead. So you can also take advantage of this. For those that really want to catch what is going on, these 21 stocks are there already. For those that are in the group, you don't have issue, you can have access to them. But for those that are not there, you can contact any of my colleagues on the platform, and also with their number, so that they can also reach you. And also you can also at the end of the class, you can also get in touch with me so that this thing also made known to you if you are not in that jumbo pack or premium class. For those information you need to have there, so that at the end of the day you can make informed investment decision. It's very, very important. Yes, back to the market live. Before I go to daily, I want to tell you what the market is doing right away. The market I will speak now is already in green, which is good for every one of us that is in this class. That we saw a bullish run last week for straight 5 days, and this morning the market is extending that sentiment in the market, and this has a lot of what market consolidating on what on expected what earnings after seeing the that those corporate what that come corporate action, which are the one that came from MTN and Gregu. Yes, despite Gregu number was missed and not encouraging, I see that the market structure or the personality being that stuff or inefficiency of the market has also supported that one. Also, you can see the number that came from MTN, and also you can see that how also markets are also reacting to MTN's result in the market. Someone trading around 247 or 45 this morning. You can see that's why you must understand how market react to this number, and also the level of liquidity in the market, and also the timing. That's why anytime we come to this class, I will tell you about price action, momentum, and timing. These are very, very key when it comes to what investment, and also when the trading environment change, you also about to change your strategy. But as we speak now, we are seeing an uptrend. Don't be carried away with the uptrend. Know when to take profit. That's why you must have it. A trading plan. You trade your plan. Once you are trading your plan, I will tell you, you will not be caught in the web whether the market go the other side or not, because you understand what you are doing in the market. It's very, very important to know this. Because you have a plan, know your entering strategy, your exit strategy, know your buy range, know your stop loss, and also know when to cash out to what your profit. Once you do all this, I will tell you, you are good to go. You are good to go. Yes, for the market, as the market is doing 54,356.95. After market across the cyclical line of for 54,000 mark. Today, as we are speaking, the market is doing 15 years high, because it has crossed the peak that he touched around May, when it touched around 54,290.11. As we speak, the market has crossed. If you remember what I just told, the market is doing 54,356 above. That means market is making what a new high. I'll call it a what higher high. Now you can see from the recovery, from the market has moved up to where it is. And the good thing is that if you look at the market breadth, market is also again 143.86, representing 0.27% up, 0.27% up in the green, which is good one. If you look at the market breadth is a bit slightly in what negative. We're having 9 losers against 8 gainers, so to speak. But because MTN is also gaining, we see that the market is in green. But these stocks that are losing are stocks that are local stock, and what are gaining also, we are seeing some bigger stock gaining. But I believe that before the market finish, the breadth will balance. But as soon as we're having a slight negative market breadth of 9 against what 8 losers, 9 losers and 8 gainers, as to speak. If you look at the top gainers now, before I go to chart, the top gainers losers are Cornerstone, Japan Gold, and these are companies. I'll tell you that they've rallied last week. Profit taking it's going on this top. Like I always tell you that profit taking is part of the market. That's what we're experiencing. Cornerstone, Japan, can see FGM Coco, NACO, NACO is also profit taking, doing 8 naira 50 kobo now. Then Fidelity Bank, around the 5 naira 94 kobo. These are the top 5 losers. If you look at the gaining side of the table, we are seeing Sovereign Trust Insurance, Corby Business Solution, Pharmacies International Energy also on that chart. You can see Honeywell and also SMB. These are the gainers as we speak at this hour. Then it's important to look at the volume, because volume speak a lot. As we speak now, the stock that's been in volume is GT Food, doing about 13.4 million shares, followed by UBA 7.41 million shares. Master Insurance doing 7.2 million shares, and also International Energy 4.14 million shares. The last one on that top gainers in terms of volume are Japan Gold, doing award 2.7 million shares. These are the stocks that are leading in volume. I can see that look at the 2 or the 3 or 4 financial institution, GT Code, UBA, Master Award, and the International. These are financial institutions that also leading. Why are they leading? You can see that for the banking sector, expected dividend has been a no-can, and also the earnings that are expected at corporate action. Why for the insurance company, the reform and also the recent capitalization is also taking advantage. People are taking advantage of expected kind of a turnaround in that industry because of what the new premium that also are also going to assist them what to boost their bottom line. Don't forget, I will say that price feed on what on earnings, and if earnings of these companies are looking up, price is bound to look up if there is what liquidity in the market. This is the state of the market now. But quickly, you want to look at what the chart is doing. It's very, very important, and this chart will interest you. If you look at where my cursor is now, this is the peak of the market when the market got here around May. May before market correction, and you can see that market was down for almost 5 straight months. But now market is just in less than 3 to 4 months. We are seeing 3 to 4 months. Let me say 3 months. Okay, 3 to 4 months because of market started the rebound in November. November, December, January, that is 4 months now, 3 to 4 months. We are seeing market recovering all that it lost during the correction as a result of what rate hike. But despite at this recent time, the last two meetings of MPC, there was rate hike, still market maintaining. That tells that there is strength, or there is factors, there is what the power of earnings cannot be overfatted anytime in the market, any day, any market cycle. You can notice that this earnings is very, very key. You can see that the season of earnings market ignore the rate hike starting from November to the last one in January. You can see that the power of this earnings, investor looking at where can I earn the good return on a shorter period. That's why I said when I put that language, when I said that price is what we trade, because price movement up to tell you whether you are making profit or down. And when you enter at the right time, these are factors that are going to drive that price. And put these earnings are one of the factors that will drive price, which also we are seeing already. You can see what I tell you. You can see where the market had a green, long green here, but with a small wick here. That's when it touched around the 54,290 touch and closed below it a little. And then the market started coming down. You can see the trend here. I see the trend here from here down. Market was looking down seriously. That is why we have a trend line on top of what on top of the index action. This says that market was down here. But when you look at this way, when the market also took advantage of the last quarter expectation and seasonality, market moved up here. Today we are seeing that market is maintaining a positive forward, a positive trend. A bullish orbit. You can see it here, and it continue. And this I've not drawn my T line, just trying to give you an analogy side. This tool to read the market. You can see the market remain in an up direction. From where it's coming, this will what the bottom level or what called the bottom of the market. Market is coming here at this level. You can see the market touch here. The next day started reversing, and that continued, and that was November. Even that same month was the last where MPR was adjusted by 100 basis points. Market ignored it because of what seasonality and natural rally and all that came with the end of the year. Despite all the headwinds, globally and locally, and weak macroeconomic data, still companies on the exchange continue to post number. That number that were positive that we saw at the end of third quarter in the month of October is part of what informed as the investor. I tell you that when you see results, you don't expect the investor to start rushing to go over to market. That's why it took them more than that October to around November, because they started to digest this number, and that's what happened. When they came back, we saw that the market also responded positively to that. For me, it's a good one for the market, and market is still maintaining that momentum and that direction, which is very, very, very good and very, very important for us to know why the market is going up and how long. That's why the recent disconnection between rate and what we saw in the physical market was also a plus. But like I said, it's maybe a matter of short time. Take advantage of it. It's possible that the next treasury bill version you must see that in adjustment. But if government looking at the high cost of managing fund, they might not, but because they want to attract this fund, they want to look locally, because going to outside the shop because of this series of downgrade from S&P, from Mundi, they will pay from their nose. That means if they really want the domestic people to borrow their money, they need to adjust their rate high, but also consider the cost of also serving this rate. I think these are where the government will weigh what to do, and if the rates remain low, I feel that the equity market will still remain what attractive, especially at this earnings season. That's why take advantage of what is happening in the market and also know what to do part time is very, very, very important. Quickly, I want to show you a chart here before I come back here. Look at the chart for the market, and this was a weekly chart. You see that this what we call this line here we call a Fibonacci retracement. You saw when the market was coming down, when it came down, it came below the T line. The T line, the black line here, it was down here. But when it formed this chart on the weekly, I tell you, when you see this hammer when the market is coming down, it's a sign of what after that hammer on the downtrend below the T line. What do you see? You saw a reversal here, and that market remained above the T line for this way. You can see And the good thing is that the Fibonacci retracement that was drawn here, which is this line, you can see that it's now around to break out at the end of the month. But this morning, they have broken out what the resistance level. That means market, so another word, on a new higher high, straight now at this hour, which is good. But the good thing is that, like I tell you, you look at this momentum at this point now. If you look at some indicators, you tell that the market has overbought region, and you'll be planning to sell out. But this indicator that I've told you that I call it a cycling indicator. This indicator will tell you that there is still momentum. The market has good strong. That's why it remains up here. So you can see that the market came up here, it has not go below it on the weekly chart because momentum remains strong. You can see when the market was there, market was down. But once it crossed and remained above this, for me, there's no cause for alarm. The market remains very, very strong on the weekly chart. This is why I say I should let you know before I go backward to my chart of discussion. Here, yes, at this point, we want to call up our indicators. It's very, very important now so that we can work on them and look at what the market is doing. Money flow, very, very important. MACD, and also look at what we look at our CBA. Very, very important. Yeah. Good. You can see that all the indicators we have here we're using here. No, I tell you, I don't overcrowd my chart. Yes, you can understand other indicator that use use the one that work for you. I don't play with my T line when I'm looking at chart. I don't play with my money flow. And also I can use other indicators. The one I show you, which is the cyclic, cyclical indicator I use is what I use to know the momentum for the market. I say when you are charting, you look at what, look at your price action or index action, what you call it. Look at the other price structure or candlestick. Then look at the money flow. Where is money entering? What is the word? The volume. What is the momentum behind the movement? For the momentum here is very, very key. You can see this point now that market has become bullish. On MACD. MACD has got the signal line now to become bullish. And money flow is trading 80 and above, which is good. After pulling back down here, you can see that it has come up again. And you can see that volume came about 2 days ago. Strong volume. When about 2 billion share was crossed in Universal Insurance. See that stock continue. You can see the volume market remaining green and uptrend. And see where the T line is and where the index action is. Consider it's above the T line. Good one trending up and money flow is also looking up. Market is looking up. For me, I am good at the market. It's very, very strong at this point. That means there's no cause for alarm. We can look at the market for what on a 1 hour chart to see what's also happening in the market. On a 1 hour chart, that is very, very correct. You can see that the market on a 1 hour chart remain above the T line. For me, this is a good one. You can see what MACD is doing. MACD is still very, very bullish on the 1 hour chart, and also money flow is reading almost 97. Good one for the market, and this is a thumb up for investors or traders that the market you are playing is still very, very important. Like I said, don't fall in love with up market. Once this market is making a high trend, now you have across the 15 years high, you need to know when to take profit so that when the market corrects, market is bound to correct any day. Market will not remain up forever or down forever. Once you see market uptrend, watch your indicator. When it gives you sign, start taking profit. But I bet you have the set goal already. Your guide is guiding you. Once you hit your profit target, don't hesitate to take profit. This what is part of the market. Yes, quick one. Want to look at those stocks that are on the top gainers chart now as we speak. Quick one. We'll start with the FCMB. Look at what is happening in FCMB. You need to look at that stock very well this hour. What is happening in FCMB as we speak. FCMB on the 1 hour chart is still above the T line. You can see this in the last 3 hours. You can see how the stock has performed, resisting to go below it. Good one, money flow is trading 87 on. I can see that MACD, yes, little slow down in the MACD, but MACD is still very, very bullish, but still slowing down. Let's go to a day chart for FCMB to get the real clue of the stock. You can see FCMB, where it is on a daily chart. The stock is very, very, very strong. Very, very strong. MACD is very, very strong on the daily chart. You can see MACD is very, very strong. The money flow is very sharp, and you can see that it's trading above the T line. But now, what is very good here, I always tell you, at this point, look at the 15-minute chart to see what is happening. Because where you can see that the T line, the price action is far from the T line, especially when it touched as high as almost 540 this morning. You can see before coming down to trade around either 490. 496, and this is rate of what profit taken. And I told you about what we call reversal chart pattern, and also retest. If you are in this class, after you can see what is happening in this stock now. You can see where it's going, but actually see potential in this stock for what for the stock. But quickly, let's look at the 15-minute chart, what it's saying, and I will tell you exactly what to do on this stock. After on the 15-minute chart, the stock is slightly below the T line. You can see 15-minute chart telling us yes, this stock profit taking is about to happen. The stock, you can see what is happening, but MACD is about to turn bullish on the 15 minutes. I'll tell you profit taking is also on that way. And not to stop, if you have made profit, you can take on this stock from what I'm seeing on what on the 15 minutes chart. Good one. Let's quickly look at the the dot that look at the Honeywell. Look at Honeywell that just also on the top. It's a company that we saw the information about the information that came on that stock recently. From the issue on issue they have with ETI, but I can see that the stock is still gathering momentum. We are seeing a position taken in that stock, which is a good one. But let's see what the chart is saying for us to conclude. You can see on a 15-minute chart, the stock has tested the T line. That's why I can see for me it's a good one, very strong. This is very strong. This 15-minute chart I'm looking at for the stock. But let's quickly go to a day chart and 1 hour chart to see what is happening. On a day chart, the stock is just crossing the T line. You can see it here, and MACD is also about to turn bullish for the stock for Honeywell. Let's calculate across here. The low price attraction and not the sector where it's operating is part of it, but keep your eyes on the stock. If you are thinking long or long and medium, you can also look at it depending on your investment objective. Don't forget that the year end of the stock is a March, but we're seeing a good turn. I can see money flow coming back to around 30, 34. But once it crossed 50, that was also a number for the stock. Quickly look at the 1 hour chart for the stock. Focus our time. On the 1 hour chart, very strong. It's above the T line, and for me, this is a good time for this stock at this hour. The last one we can do before because of our time is fast spent. Let's look at what is happening in NACO as profit taking is there. How far will it go from here now? Let's quickly look at that stock. I believe there is still strong potential in the stock. For those that in that stock, profit taking is what we're seeing. Let's quickly look at that stock. On a 1 hour chart, you can see that the stock is still above the T line, despite that profit taking activities. I would say the board can see in the last 1 hour is red, but still above the T line. And money flow is below the 250 down, and MACD is also looking a bit bullish. Once about to cross now, you can see that it's coming here. This is a strong sign. That's why the profit taken at this hour. For me, it's okay for the stock. Let me look at the 1 hour a day chart. A day chart also you can see that whether they pull back here, you can see traded but still above the T line. These are the things you look at, and the money flow is reading 78 even at this point, and MACD is still very bullish. That means it's not profiting as you are saying in NACO. So keep your position and also what to see. On this note, I'll say thank you for today and also see you tomorrow. Yes, for those that really want to take advantage of the market, get that the video of how to invest with earnings season or earnings report. Get the video. Also, I did one free video today that's already on the line. Online, can go ahead. For those that subscribe to our YouTube, you already gotten a lot. I put a new video that I did yesterday night or the day that it's already on the channel. Have access and also listen to it, and also ask question, also make your comment, also like and also share. On this note, I'll say thank you. See you tomorrow. Enjoy your rest of your day. Bye.